Hello, I am PD Master, Quarter Wrestle, and I played in a tournament on March 16th, and I got to the last round, and I am down half a point. In this game, I must win, or I don't win the tournament. I also drew earlier, so I'm going to lose a lot more rating points if I don't win this. This is against an expert. I'm black, and so this is the key game, and he's a half point ahead, so all he needs is to draw, and he wins the tournament. So must win is black, and here we go. And he is white. Very normal stuff so far. White gets control of the center. And this move denotes the Grunfeld defense. So hyper modern opening where black intentionally gives white the center with the idea of counterattacking and hoping white overextends. So he attacks the knight, and so all this is pretty standard what both sides are doing. Black continues development, attack the center, and of course can't take right because it'll take check. So and the white continues development here. Yeah. B6, ready to develop my bishop. So here, should you just C take? Because worry about bishop B7, but still C takes the right move. The bishop take, which gives me a small chance because now he has 3 pawn islands. I have 2. Takes the bishop. Of course, gotta take back. Which claims position is equal. Attacks my knight. Develop. So here, I was expecting bishop D3, which I thought was probably white's best way to try to win this. But white is trying to draw this, remember, because if you draw, I think it was a tournament. Here, Fritz has F3, and black has a slight plus. But white uses bishop. And now, after taking the queen, Fritz says, I now have a clear advantage. And that c-pawn's the target, so of course you're right on that. So my plan is to double on the c-pawn. I wanted to play rook c4, so I stopped that. Notice too, you can't play this because e5, and then I'm going to win the pawn. Right? You can't play this because bishop take. And otherwise I win the c-pawn, so you can't do that. So that means he's going to be passive for a bit, which is what I was hoping for. So he defends, I attack, he defends, I attack the e-pawn, he defends. So everything looks pretty good here. What I missed is a5. I mean, I knew a5 was coming, but I didn't realize I could actually stop it. I thought rook c5 with the idea of bishop c6. Black is doing way better. In fact, actually, according to Fritz, black's winning, which makes sense, right? Because let's say he does this here, and then now this pawn's under attack. If he defends, I win this pawn. So basically, I win a pawn no matter what, which is bad for him. So rook c5 was the move. I found a tricky move, but it's not quite as good as rook c5. Now, of course, he can't take because check, and it's a lead to mate, right? All he can do is block and mate. So you can't do that. But, like I said, it's not quite as good as rook c5. H3 might be better because, remember, in general, especially in endgames, the more advanced a pawn is, easier it is to pick off. So, in this case, he just needed a square. He didn't need to actually advance it. But he chose to go 2 squares. The reason for this little move order is I'm attacking f2, and so I'm going to get some tempo. So I can't win the c pawn, so instead I'm going for the d file. But white had some good moves here. Fritz thinks rook b4 is still the move. Now Fritz says I only have a slight advantage. I was worried about his rook in the 7th, but apparently Fritz thinks it's not a big deal. Attacks my pawn and rook, so I defend both with rook d2. He says the traitor pair of rooks off. So now Fritz says I have a clear advantage. So even though I'm winning a pawn in this interchange, because all the pawns on the same side is not at all a win. And in fact, if you're the defender, you should play on, because there are many times this can peter out to a draw. So this is not at all a guaranteed win, but Black might as well try for a win because he has extra pawn. So anyways, just if you're a defender, play on. Don't give up, because this might end up being a draw. If the pawn was on h3, this would be way better for white, and probably easier to defend too. Because it's on h4, that makes his defense a little bit more difficult. Okay, so in any case, I won the pawn. What's next? He attacks. This is mostly to try down his king. That way his king can't just, cause problems for me. All right, let's see. Okay, so he ties me down, which makes sense. And so the idea of this move was, I might want to go up to d4, and the idea of d4 is that now he can't break f4. Plus, it puts pressure on h4. So that was kind of my thinking with that. Here, Fritz says king e7, or excuse me, king f6, or here is the right idea. That's what Fritz says. It's probably right. I did this, but now Fritz says check, and white's equal. Here, Fritz says rook e7 is the right move to be equality. I agree. White got a little tricky, but this trick didn't quite work out for him. He tried this. His point is take, check, here, and says trade a pawn, which, of course, if you're a defender, you want to trade pawns, because the more pawns you trade, more likely you can draw. So, in that sense, it makes sense. And if I do this, he just takes here, and it makes pawns all shattered. So, in those lines, white's doing fine. But the problem is I had this. Remember, he has to defend g2. So, I mean, yes, they're double pawns and isolated, but I'm still 2 pawns up. It's true. It's not necessarily a win yet, but that now his defense is even harder. The other thing too is he's a little bit more low time, which is also making it more difficult for him. So I was happy to keep playing here. He attacks my pawn, of course, I defend. He attacks. The king up. So here I did indirect defense. So you can't take, because rook check is checkmate. And so always remember that there's 2 ways to defend: direct defense and indirect. So here, indirect, I thought more powerful. White draws. He doesn't get checkmate. So with the pawn out of danger. He checks me. Whoops. He checks me. I don't want to trap my own king, because I can't really make progress on h4, so I went ahead and attacked the rook. Take the rook again, defend the pawn. All right. Go back to e7. Fritz claims this is winning. And so my idea of h4 is h3, because then I can check him on the 7th rank, and then my king can infiltrate. That's the general idea of h4. So white, it's pretty low time here. I did king h5 so that I stay off the g file. So that way there's no check to defend g2. That was the primary reason. So rook e8, Fritz says, is the correct defense. And finally, white makes a serious mistake. Fritz says he must play g4 check, and I agree. That's pretty much his best option. But he checked, and now g4 is not an option because I can take en passant, and the king protects, which means, that would be mate, actually. So now it doesn't matter. It's going to be kind of hopeless for white. And now I get decisive king infiltration. The h pawn is not very important, actually. I want to get the f pawn, so then my pass pawns can get rolling. So getting the pass pawn is way more important than the h pawn. Attack the rook, no problem. Take the pawn and defend the rook. And of course, this threatens mate, so can't take my pawn. And if he does this, that's fine with me, because I'll get a tempo, see? Because now, when I get to e2, it'll be check. So it's kind of subtle way to gain a tempo, and it indirectly tricks the pawn, because of course he has to deal with the mate. So he sees this idea, so he goes, keep an eye on my pawn, but it doesn't really help. I don't need my h-pawn, so I'll let him take it. And now, I realize there's nothing more to do. This e-pawn is going to be decisive. So rather than playing on, white resigned, and that let me win the tournament. Hope you guys enjoyed this game, and I'll see you guys next time.